Pyewacket is a psychological horror film that explores themes of grief, isolation, and the consequences of dabbling in dark rituals. The story follows Leah, a troubled teenager struggling with the recent death of her father and the strained relationship with her mother, Lori. The film unfolds as Leah's grief and desperation lead her to a dangerous path, summoning dark forces that threaten her and her mother's lives. Opening and Leah's struggles. Leah, a rebellious teen, is grappling with the death of her father, which she blames herself for. This emotional turmoil has caused her to withdraw into a dark, goth-like persona. She isolates herself from her mother, Lori, who is also deeply affected by the loss. Lori, unable to cope with her own grief, becomes emotionally distant from Leah, exacerbating their already fractured relationship. Leah finds solace in her friends, who are part of a witchcraft subculture. This group is fascinated by the occult and black magic, but for Leah, it serves as an escape from the overwhelming sadness she feels. Through her connection to this group, Leah becomes more involved in rituals and spells, particularly one involving summoning spirits. The Occult Primer and Rituals. Leah's obsession grows when she acquires a book titled Occult Primer, which contains various rituals from around the world, including those related to black magic. Leah is drawn to one particular ritual that promises the summoning of a spirit. During a visit to a book signing by her favorite occult author, Rohundu, Leah is encouraged by her friends to explore this dark side further. Leah's desire to escape her harsh reality leads her to perform the ritual, which involves using her mother's hair, milk, blood, and other ingredients. As Leah conducts the ritual in the woods, she unknowingly summons a dark entity, a spirit that she later identifies as Pyewacket. The spirit is not a benign force but a malevolent one, tied to the forces of black magic. Leah, however, does not fully comprehend the consequences of her actions. The move to the new house. Leah's life takes a drastic turn when her mother, Lori, decides to move them to a remote house in the woods to start anew. Lori believes that moving away from their old home, filled with memories of Leah's late father and their troubled past, will help them both heal. However, the move only deepens Leah's sense of isolation. The house, located far from her school and friends, leaves Leah feeling even more cut off from the world she once knew. As Leah's loneliness increases, her behavior grows more erratic. The dark forces she has invited into her life begin to affect her more directly. Her relationship with her mother deteriorates further, and their emotional distance grows. Leah begins to resent Lori, and in a moment of anger, she wishes that her mother would die. This wish becomes the catalyst for the events that follow. The ritual and Pyewacket's influence. Leah, still reeling from the tension with her mother, performs the ritual again, this time with the intent of summoning the spirit to kill Lori. She believes that by doing so, she will be free of her emotional burden. This ritual involves a series of symbolic acts, including drawing symbols on the ground, using blood and milk, and invoking the spirit. As she completes the ritual, Leah unknowingly seals her fate. Later, strange and disturbing events begin to occur. Leah's hand starts bleeding uncontrollably, and she notices eerie occurrences around the house, like muddy footprints and objects moving on their own. Despite her fears, Leah refuses to back down, convinced that the spirit she has summoned is real and has a power that can help her escape her suffocating life. The confrontation with Pyewacket. The dark presence of Pyewacket grows stronger, and it begins to manifest itself more aggressively. Leah experiences terrifying visions, and her mother Lori becomes increasingly concerned about Leah's well-being. One night, as Leah struggles to sleep, she feels a chilling presence and is haunted by the idea that her mother's death is imminent. However, when Leah tries to confront the spirit and break the ritual, it becomes clear that Pyewacket is not easily dismissed. As the supernatural occurrences escalate, Leah's mental state deteriorates. Her friends and peers do not take her warnings seriously, dismissing her fears as delusions or the effects of stress. Her desperation to control the situation only leads her deeper into the grip of the malevolent entity. Eventually, she is confronted by the realization that the spirit she summoned is now threatening to claim her mother's life. The tragic climax. The tension culminates in a nightmarish confrontation when Leah's mother is attacked by the spirit. In a desperate attempt to break the cycle, Leah realizes that she must complete the ritual to banish the spirit, but the cost may be her own life or her mother's. As the spirit Pyewacket closes in on Lori, Leah is faced with a horrific choice. In a frantic and horrifying moment, Leah sets the house on fire, believing that by destroying the physical manifestation of the spirit, she can rid herself of the curse she has unleashed. The fire consumes the house, and Leah's mother perishes in the flames. Leah, traumatized by the events, is left with the full realization of the consequences of her actions. She has not only lost her mother but has also destroyed the only remaining bond she had. The film ends on a haunting note, as Leah reflects on the irreversible damage caused by her desperate attempt to escape her pain and anger. Final reflection. In the aftermath, Leah is left to grapple with the horrifying truth that she was the one who caused her mother's death. Pyewacket, the malevolent spirit, was a manifestation of her anger and sorrow, and by summoning it, she sealed her fate. The film closes with Leah staring at the consequences of her actions, now alone and forced to confront the darkness she invited into her life. Pyewacket is a chilling exploration of grief, isolation, and the dangers of dabbling with forces beyond our control. It serves as a powerful reminder of the destructive potential of anger and the consequences of seeking escape through dark means. The film leaves viewers with a lingering sense of dread, as Leah's journey unfolds into a tragic tale of regret and loss. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.